Hi everybody, it's me. I'm back. I'm doing double shift. I did one of these last night about Led Zeppelin. I thought, seeing as I'm in the house no doing bugger all, I might as well crack on with doing this, and we'll talk tonight about Uriah Heep. MD needs an introduction to Uriah Heep. They were formed 1969 in London, and this year they're doing their 50th anniversary tour because it's the 50th anniversary of their first album coming out. I've already done the second part, which was the kind of middle era of Uriah Heep. I've still to do the David Byron one so far, but I'm going to leave that one to last. Plenty to talk about with Uriah Heep because it's always ups and downs. This time I'm going to cover the Bernie Shaw era. The Uriah Heep eras are always defined by the lead singer they've got in the band at the time. Bernie Shaw, current singer, longest serving singer, and a guy that he doesn't actually get a lot of respect, Bernie Shaw, but he should be getting it by now, because Uriah Heep's been gone for 50 years and he's been the lead singer for 34 or whatever. So it's time to reappraise Bernie Shaw. Also joining the band, Bernie Shaw joined 1986 to replace Peter Golby, and at the same time John Sinclair left the band, who played the keyboards, and they got in a keyboard player called Phil Lanzon, who had played with the Sweet and a couple other bands. They would be joining the nucleus, guitar player Mick Box, bass player Trevor Boulder, and drummer Lee Kerslake, who had all been in Uriah Heep for years, the backbone of the Heap. So it might as well crack on. A bit of background. In the time that Peter Golby was in the band, they kind of turned into did the same kind of thing as Saxon, and a lot of British bands try to kind of change their sound to make American style sound, moving away from the kind of classic British Hammond organ style. They always got compared to Deep Purple, but they were for the same era. So the Hammond organ is it's the classic Heap sound. The Hammond organ, the harmony singing, great singing. They always get great singing with Uriah Heep. So I'm going to crack on because there's a lot to get through here. I'm not going to do everything of Bernie Shaw. They've done umpteen live albums, and I've just picked out the best of them because we'd be here all night talking about all the live albums we brought out. Because Uriah Heep's one of the bands that, I don't know whether they signed bad contracts or they had bad management, but again, everybody's brought a Uriah Heep live album out. So anyway, picking up after the last Peter Golby album, which was Equator, which was kind of after they'd done a Bonamog and Head First, which was pretty good. The Equator wasn't it's still alright, but it wasn't as good as them. First Bernie Shaw album, Raging Silence, which talking about there's no a lot of Hammond organ style state. That was the thing, they moved away, try to get the more modern for the time keyboard sound, and it just wasn't Uriah Heep. And I don't know whether Uriah Heep's a bit like Jethro Tull or one of the bands that the name just doesn't do anything for them, and because they've been gone for 1970, you think in the mid-80s, Raging Silence came out in 1986. When you're talking about the mid-80s, bands like Uriah Heep and that were like seen as all guys, you had stuff like Motley Crue and just Iron Maiden, all the kind of younger bands in the 80s. Uriah Heep were just seen as kind of all guys. Raging Silence it's more was that kind of American kind of radio rock, if you know, probably try to sell records in America, moving away for their kind of traditional sound. Some really good songs on this. A cover of Argent's Hold Your Head Up, which it's alright, but the actual Uriah Heep compositions on this pretty good. Blood Red Roses, I like Voice on My TV, Cry Freedom, Bad Man. They're all songs that would go on been a live set for a long time, Uriah Heep. So a good actual start for Bernie Shaw, Phil Lansing and the band with this one. So they broke that out and get some stuff out. No, in fact it was 1989 that came out, and they kind of turned into a touring band, and this is where all the live albums come out. So moving on for that, you end up with things like Live in Moscow, which is again what I was talking about there, when you had bands like Motley Crue and everybody coming through. Uriah Heep had to kind of stretch his boundaries a wee bit, and they were one of the first bands to go to Russia, and absolutely huge in Russia. Uriah Heep, kind of in the Western rock world, when you're talking about the big classic bands, you're talking about Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, and all that. See, if you go to Russia, Russians couldn't care less about Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath. They want to hear Uriah Heep and Nazareth for Ken. That's what they think, because they went there and played. Ken, none of their bands did. So I mean, they were kind of heritage, kind of. Bernie Shaw come in, and they were just playing all their old stuff here. Ken, as they got Bird the Prey, Ken, stealing all the classics for the Byron era, and these ones here that were too early for the Raging Silence. I'll be Karina, Mr. Majestic, which I think are pretty good songs. Pacific Highway. You've got The Mighty July Morning, Easy Living, The Wizard. I would pick up Live in Moscow. You can get it quite cheap these days. There's a remaster here. It's got bonus tracks on it. I mean, they were doing a lot of Whoring Themself Out live stuff. This is some of the live stuff that's come out at the time. You can pick this up pretty cheap. You can maybe get the CD and DVD of this for about £5. This is kind of live in Nottingham, round about late 80s. Pretty good concert. There's Bernie Shaw there, but I mean, the guy was getting it was like he was a singer in a Uriah Heep covers band with Uriah Heep backing him, because that's what they were out doing. They were out playing all their old stuff, and I just think that this period, as good as they were, still an amazing good live act, but this period Uriah Heep just done them damage and made them look like old guys, like the guys that were past it, washed up, playing all their old songs, playing tiny venues in Britain and America and stuff. That's some of the live stuff that came out. They had to go back. They couldn't get a record label, and they had to go back, and they signed to a really wee record label and recorded this album. Was this in 91 or something? Different World. This for me, this is the worst Uriah Heep album there is. Produced by Trevor Bolder. It's just unengaging. There's just something about Different World that you just can't get into it. It was strange that in the early days of Uriah Heep, it was Ken Hensley that wrote most of the material, and they were trying to get a new kind of songwriting team in by this time. Trevor Bolder would be in with songs, and the writing team for the rest of it was usually a guitar player, Mick Box, who'd been there for the start, and the new guy, Phil Lansing, and by this time they just hadn't found their feet. And because they were on a crap label, this record came out and disappeared. It just left Uriah Heep looking, again, like all guys that were past it, washed up. So that was them. No record deal. And everybody thought Uriah Heep was batty, and then they came back in 1994-95 with this Sea of Light with the Roger Dean album cover. Roger Dean had done the cover for Demons and Wizards and A Magician's Birthday back in Roger Dean had done album covers for Yes and stuff. So you buy this, you see the album cover, you're thinking, hey, Roger Dean's doing the artwork, Ken, this looks like an actual Uriah Heep album. And because he hadn't recorded an album for that many years, at the time, it was like 4 years. Ken, back then, that was a long time. Now, 4 years nothing. Everybody brings an album out every 4 years. But Sea of Light is actually really, really good. Ken, after the Plumbing the Depths for a Different World, this is good. Still kind of chasing the 80s thing, but they're making a kind of a return back to the classic kind of Uriah Heep sound here. More kind of Hammond organ. It's still got the kind of 80s pop rock songs. Fear of Falling, sang by Trevor Boulder there, but Against All Odds and Love in Silence, Words in the Distance, Ken, a lot of the songs with this, it's well worth getting. Sea of Light. This is the resurgence of Uriah Heep that luckily continues to the day. Ken, that's why I'm on here talking about. Ken, if it was all crap, there'd be no point talking about it. But this is the good stuff starting to come back. Sea of Light, still pretty strong album. Not long after that, they brought out this Spellbinder, a live album, recorded in Germany, and apparently this is totally live. But you're still getting the old favourites in there, but kind of bringing a few other old ones back that hadn't been heard for a few years, like Rainbow Demon for Demons and Wizards, that kind of stuff. Circle of Hands. Again, so if you can get Spellbinder, I think you can get Spellbinder in a box set with Sea of Light, and then this next album is Sonic Origami. You can pick the three of them up in a box set for maybe about 12 quid. Well worth getting. Again, Sonic Origami, crap cover, crap title for an album, but really good album. Kick-off song there, Between Two Worlds. Really, really good. Uriah Heep. They're back in a big way by this time. I think this was 1999, so they'd taken a few years to record this album as well. But there's nothing crap on this. The only criticism I might have with it is it's a wee bit too long. Like most albums of the CD age, a bugbear of mine. Trim the fat off, get it down to 10 songs, get it down to 40 minutes. Don't give stuff, don't put anything crap on. But like I say, is Between Two Worlds, Heartless Land, Only the Young. It's what a good song, Sonic Origami. So I would I'm just getting into the recommending stage now, because a bit like Saxon, Uriah Heep's been bringing out brilliant albums under the radar, but the damage they did to themselves years before is just hadn't helped them. This one's pretty good. The Magician's Birthday Party, which I think was like 2001, recorded in London. The first of the, I think this was the first, I think the day one every now and again now, but this was the first one. They got Ken Hensley back in. He does a bit of guesting on July Morning, and live performance of Paradise and the Spell for the Demons and Wizards album. But Ken, look at the track list there, you've got to get that, Ken. I mean, Return to Fantasy, Circle of Hands, a live performance of Magician's Birthday, Sympathy, Free and Easy. Ken, that's wall-to-wall classic Heep. You need to get hold of that. Very, very, very good. And another live one here, Magic Night. This is really good. You can pick this up for about 4 or 5 quid on Amazon. It's a CD, DVD. I mean, if you were wondering what the fuss was about, if you've got a spare fiver, then I'd get this. Just try it out, see if I'm talking rubbish and all that. CD, DVD, nice concert, nice track listing. Still got some of the songs that you always get, like you get that with all the bands, don't you? If you're getting a Kiss album, you're going to get Detroit Rock City and Rock and Roll All Night. If you get AC/DC, you're always going to get Highway to Hell, Back in Black. When you get Uriah Heep, you're always going to get Easy Living and July Morning, all that kind of stuff. but they have changed it up a wee bit here. Brought a few songs back that they hadn't played for a while. So Ken, nice live album worth getting. This is I think this might be the last live album they made with Lee Kerslake as a drummer, who had been in Uriah Heep since Demons and Wizards, on and off. I think he missed the Conquest album, but apart from that, he played on all the other albums that came out between then, and he played on Blizzard the Oz and Diary of Madman with Ozzy Osbourne. Had to retire for Uriah Heep because he wasn't keeping well. Got a new drummer called Russell Gilbrook, I think that was about 2006. Brought out this album, Wake the Sleeper. This is absolutely brilliant, and this is a big comeback. And Lee Kerslake is a good drummer, but they got this younger guy, Russell Gilbrook, gave them a bit of a boot up the arse, and by this time Phil Lanzon and Mick Box really good songwriting. Ken backed up a couple of songs, Trevor Boulder. There's nothing on this album that isn't good. I also thought with this album that I started to notice that Bernie Shaw was starting to sound like Bruce Dickinson, but although bizarrely a better version of Bruce Dickinson. Again, it's the same voice, but Bernie Shaw can really sing. He's a really good singer. So if you can pick that up, Wake the Sleeper, and another good place to start. Good modern rock album, but with a move back to the classic Heap sound. The Hammond organ's back, less of the kind of synthesizer keyboards. I mind Beastie saying that was one of the things he hated about Heap, but the Heap sound is the keyboards are louder than the guitar. That's the difference between Heap and Deep Purple. The Deep Purple, the guitar's louder than the keyboard. The guitar's louder than the Hammond organ. And Uriah Heep, the Hammond organ's louder than the guitar. That's the Heap sound with the harmony singing and stuff. Wake the Sleeper, brilliant. Went on tour. Another live album, live in Armenia. It shows you the places they go, and they massive big in Armenia. And this one's pretty good because it's a lot of the Wake the Sleeper stuff that's on there. Just a smattering of the old Uriah Heep favourites. But it's the song Wake the Sleeper. You've got YouTube. Go on YouTube if you're interested and listen to Wake the Sleeper. And it's probably the heaviest song Uriah Heep's ever done. It's a double kick drumming, the fast wah guitar. You can't beat it. And live in Armenia. I'd maybe pick that up. It's nice for DVD, although it isn't exactly Blu-ray quality. Next up is 2009. They're kind of on a bit of a roll here now. This is Into the Wild. This would be Trevor Boulder's last album with Uriah Heep. Unfortunately, Trevor Boulder got no wheeling, succumbed to cancer around about 2014. But I mean, what a way to go out with this album. A good follow up to Wake the Sleeper. Get the kind of, I don't know, the kind of pop rocky nail on the head to start there, but see when you get into stuff like Into the Wild and I'm Ready, and nice wee kind of song there, Southern Star, Kiss of Freedom, the last song's brilliant. Nice kind of sunny song, Believe, and Lost, which is sang by Trevor Boulder, kind of his last album. Trevor Boulder, one of the great unsung bass players in rock music. Played with David Bowie and the Spiders and Mars. Maybe it was because he was in Uriah Heep for that long that he just doesn't get the credit he deserves. But anything Trevor Boulder playing on it, you can rest assured that the bass playing was absolutely first class. You're talking about a guy that came into a band to replace guys like Gary Thane and John Wetton, and done a really good job. So a good tribute to Trevor Boulder that his last album, Uriah Heep, was a brilliant one. Round about this time, they started bringing out a whole bunch of official bootleg stuff for the Wake the Sleeper and Into the Wild tour. I've only picked out this one because I quite like it, because it's for Into the Wild. That's wrong actually, that's no Sweet Freedom on there, that's, I'm pretty sure that's Stealing track 3 and Rainbow Demon track 4. Again, because it's a bootleg, you can get away with the mistakes on the cover and stuff. Aye, right good. Again, that's some of the last shows that Trevor Boulder would have done with the band. But there's a bunch of them, I think there's about 5 or 6. But again, this one I like, because it's got a lot of the, again, a bit like the Live in Armenia, where it's got all the Wake the Sleeper stuff. This has got a lot of the Into the Wild stuff. So they get a guy on called Davey Rimmer to play the bass, plays the bass left-handed. It looks like a left-handed version of Derek Smalls out of Spinal Tap. And then they went back in and made this album, Outsider, for 2014. Another killer album by the Heap. First track there, Speed of Sound, really, really good. Focus, yeah, bam. 1 minute, great. All these are good songs. There's nothing here, maybe towards the end, that song Jessie can maybe get a bit wearing on you. But this is a really, really good album, Outsider. All the songs written by Mick Box and Phil Lansing. But this time Phil Lansing really coming into his own as a really good composer. So if you can pick that one up, you can get it. They did a live album after this. It's called Live at Coco. And then this came out on a shady label. I can't even mind what the shady label is, whatever that is. SFM, and it's called Live in the USA. And this is again, it came out, it's about 3 or 4 years ago, but it's actually for the acoustically driven thing they were doing around about 2004. So the track listing's pretty good, but things like Rainbow Demon and The Other Side of Midnight has got Mick Box playing acoustic guitar. Would have been better if he had the electric guitar, but I kind of get the concept. It was kind of, you can pick that up quite cheap as well. All these wee cheap live albums. Uriah Heep is they sing for their supper. Uriah Heep. So any live album you get out of them is always going to be good. So I'm trying to get through these as quick as I can, because I don't want to make a big long video, because big long videos just daunt folk. I don't want to watch all that. So this takes up the present day in the current Uriah Heep album, Living a Dream. Another strong album. This Kiddies on the Run have been on for a week. See a Light and Sonic Origami no withstanding. This Kiddies on the Run that they've had since Russell Gilbrook left the band. It's just been wall good albums, good songs, good sing-along songs. First song here written by the new bass player Davey Rimmer and Jeff Scott Soto, called Grazed by Heaven. Rest of it there is all Mick Box and Phil Lansing. Very, very good. So Uriah Heep's gone on tour this November. Its Build is going on tour this November, the 50th anniversary tour. So there's no better time to go and get Heep, because Bernie Shaw has been there. All the singers that have been in Uriah Heep are brilliant. You're talking about David Byron, you're talking about one of the all-time great rock singers, John Lawton, great singer, great voice. Pete Golby, great singer, great voice. Bernie Shaw, you've got to put him at number 2 now behind David Byron, because he's just been there that long. He's the singer of Uriah Heep. He's earned the right to be thought of as Ken, the legend that is David Byron, he's earned the right to be the second best singer of Uriah Heep. Ken, and he's done it bigging out there and playing the gigs and singing on the albums and singing brilliantly. Although the older he gets, the more he sounds like Bruce Dickinson, but he's better than Bruce Dickinson, funnily enough. So anyway, I'll do who knows when I'll do the David Byron Uriah Heep. I might do that tomorrow night, or I might not, but I'll be back on today with more of these because I'm going to be in the house. I'm not going to be outside giving him any of this virus. So anyway, I'm away, I've got a cup of tea there, I'm going to go and drink it. Enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you very much if you sat and watched this. But Ken, if you're sitting down and you're looking for something to listen to, fire the YouTube on and listen to some Uriah Heep. There's nothing wrong with it, Ken. Don't believe the hype. Uriah Heep pretty good. Right, I'm out of here. I'll see you later. Bye.